Alright, this is totally my bad. Took it down, I started taking it apart, and I did not make any recording to this point. But this is my first time opening up one of these and trying to clean it for myself. Now this unit is the old unit that used to sit where that new unit is. This is a very old unit, and we figured that it was efficient, and it was old. It wasn't blowing as cold as it should. So we just went ahead and invested in a new one. So yeah, I put it in myself, did not make any recording of it. Got a whole new system there. And this is the old one, but I don't want to just throw it away and get rid of it. I would like to clean it, maybe. See if I can maintain it myself. And maybe hopefully I can put it somewhere in my garage or something so it can blow cold air on me in the garage while I'm doing projects in the garage. You know, so that's the old, this is the old side pieces. Old nasty side pieces that was there. It wasn't even thinking I had other stuff covering to help keep the bugs out because this was all old and ripped. But yeah, you know, I don't know. We needed a new one. I'm sorry. But you know, I didn't, like I said, it was kind of working still, so I'm gonna say I watched the videos and they say you can clean it and maintain it yourself and stuff. So here I am, trying to do it for myself for the first time. Like I said, I've had it for a long time. We were using it, but we never maintained it. The only thing I ever did was wash the filter that came out of it and put it back in, and that's all I ever did. And yeah, no, see, now look at this. This is how it was on the outside. They were able to go in through here, and they were living their lives nice and happy in there. But see, if your AC unit went out, and certain things that you can fix yourself, like this is a capacitor. I know that this is a fuse capacitor, and these things can go out even on your big unit in your house. You can have issues, and something like this most of the time you can do and fix yourself. This is a fuse capacitor that you can fix yourself. Big companies or the AC unit companies don't want you to know that you can, you know, replace things like this yourself and put it back together and make your thing start working. They'll come out and charge you a lot of money, you know. But anyways, that's just me. I'm trying to learn to do things myself so I don't have to depend on others all the time unless I really have to anymore. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep you show you how it looks after I put it back together and see if it still works. I'm gonna plug it in right out here. Alright. Thanks, guys. Look how nasty it was. Whew. You see how it was down in there? Alright, let me see what I can do to clean it up. So I was able to take out the capacitor just enough to cover it and make sure that all the electron, I didn't want to disconnect anything, but you know, I can reach under now, put the plastic all the way around it and cover it up, but it's still connected right there, but I got plastic all around it, so at least the capacitor and the electronics where I showed you won't get wet right up in there. Okay, so I can be able to spray and clean all up in there with the hose. Alright, and then wash all this other stuff here, clean, look how nasty it is, and clean all the vents and all the parts and just the wash. Alright, see how it looks when I put it back together. Well, after I finish cleaning it, make sure all this is all cleaned out, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, here we go. Still drying. I think I did a good job. Now, I'm pretty sure I sprayed water where I shouldn't have, because I was just spraying water in here, and I sprayed water. I'm sure water got down in this pipe. I don't know what I shouldn't have gotten wet in here or not. I sprayed water to try to get all these fins clean, and you can see they're still kind of dirty. But for where it was to where it is now, It's a big difference. All right. And the more I spray, like even in here, spray to try to get these fins, all this, the dust, the felt or the hair and everything that would accumulate past the filter on here, try to get in here. And the more I sprayed, look at that, the more of these, the rust. This is all rust. This is all rust. Yep. Right, when I put it back together, I'm not going to turn it on for over a week. I'm going to let it sit and dry. Hopefully, you know, I didn't wet anything too important that I shouldn't have gotten wet. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. But anyways, it looks a lot better. I like it. I'm going to finish, spray a little more and get all this out. But yeah, for the inside, it's clean. I like, it's a little bit of rust in there. Maybe I'll use a little pick or something, and like a little pick, try to clean it out, and then put it back together. All right, and then these are all clean. I couldn't believe how much better it looked. All the mold and the black and the dirt just washed all off. Just washed all off of there. Big difference there, huh? And now look at this. Now, these I'm gonna change. I'm gonna have to figure out, these are the side flaps. They're ripped. This one's 2 pieces. And they're all moldy and ugly still. So I'm gonna have to get new ones or figure out something better. Maybe I put up plywood or something. But you know, anyways, there it is. Put it back together and see how it looks. It looks so much better. I'm so happy. I'll be a lot happier when I know that it still works still too though. I didn't mess it up by spraying water where I shouldn't have, right guys? Right up in here somewhere. Because I was with the hose. Hoping to get it clean. There it is. So I'm trying to clean up the fins. These fins. See, I try to clean them. Just not trying to press on them too hard. I'm trying to clean them up with the rag here. I'm trying to do a little where I can't reach. Where I can't reach in there. Using my free stick, my 2-in-1 mixer. Reusing it, get to reuse it too. But you still got to be careful. Don't want to break anything, huh? But I get to use this to push it in and try to clean where I can't push my hands in and clean, huh? Just showing off. Wipe out it, just dry out in there. Just clear, wiping it down and drying all the wrecking before I put it back together. Now look at it, peeps. Look at it, it's back together. Now, it took me, this unit was in this house when we moved in. So it was always there. I'm sure it's never been taken down. It's never been cleaned since it's been installed in that window until now. And even in our case, we did not, or I did not know that I could do all what I just did today. And it took me to take down this one and install a new one, take down the old one, to find out that I could do all this with the old one, make it almost like new again, and still use it. Not really needing the new one, because the old one still was working, but you know, it's really old. It was in, like I said, it was in the house for as long as we've been here, and we've been here a long time. So that was a lot of mildew and rust over a decade of buildup. So maybe it wasn't so energy efficient as the newer ones. You know, that's what they say anyways. When you buy these newer appliances, they're more energy efficient. Is it really true? They tell us that because they want us to spend our money, but we don't know if it's really true. I know some people out there do know how to test and see how much. I'm sweating, really sweating, guys. It's so hot. Whew. I'm working out here trying to do this. So some people can do energy tests to see how much energy it actually uses, and I think I've even seen a video of the old one and versus new one, and I think that there are some differences there. But anyways, I'm not getting rid of this one. Look at it, it looks so beautiful again. So I think I'm going to try to figure out how I can be able to use this in my garage somehow, so I'm not sweating so much when I'm out here working or doing my outside projects and trying to work with them in the garage before I move it outside, you know. All right, so there it is, guys, all this glory put back together. It went back together like if everything belonged together. It went back together like if it all belonged together. It's the first time, because I've always I've taken apart stuff and could not put it back together. So I'm glad I was able to do that, put this back together after taking it apart and cleaning it and stuff. So now I'm going to leave it sit for a few days, and then I'll come back, plug it in, and see if it still works. I'm not going to leave it out here, but I'll plug it in a few days and make sure that all the electronics and stuff still works, right, guys? So I hope I deserve a thumbs up on this, because, you know, this is my first time, and ignorance is bliss. And I don't want to be ignorant no more, right, guys? Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll let you see if it still works in a few days. All right, guys, here it is. It's been a couple of days, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I am impatient, and I just want to see if it works, because I'm thinking about putting it in another window upstairs instead of the garage. Because what's going on right now while we're using these small units is because our big units been giving us issues, and the money and everything that they want for new units and to fix the issue, or, you know, to fix it is a lot of money. So right now we don't have that money right now, so I can go to the store and invest in something this small, put it in the window, and just to keep me and my dogs and my family right now, because it's the middle of summer, cool enough for us to bear the heat. All right, and I did not know this about these units until I know now, until I had to buy a new one, take out the old one, to find out that you can service these as well, just like you can do with your big ones, but that one's a little more tricky. This is even easier. And look what I did. This is my first time I did what I did, and we're gonna see. All right, let's see together if I did a good job or a bad job, because again, fan is working, the digital is working, I can see it working, nothing is shorting out. I think it takes a second for the compressor to kick in. Let's see if it'll kick in. How long it'll take to kick in. Again, the big one, my big unit is acting up, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, because right now professionals want professional money, and I ain't got professional money, so we're gonna have to deal with the DIY stuff right now until I can deal with that on a DIY standoff as well, myself, because I'm just determined, guys. I'm just determined. I don't want to be a sucker no more, and just my opinion, you know, just what I can afford now, you know, in the time that we're in right now. I just can't afford professional stuff every step of, no matter how inconvenient it is for us. All right now the heat is very inconvenient for us. We're not very happy with knowing that we're dealing with the heat, and we have all this, and we have to deal with the compressor just kicked in. The compressor just kicked in, so it's working. It's fine, and it's so quiet. It was a lot more noise before. It's a lot quieter now. Oh yeah, it's a lot quieter. The fans are spinning nicely, but I guess because they're clean and they have all that stuff in there. Oh man, look at that. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go and invest in a new one of these, or and make them myself. Maybe I'll try to make one, but it needs to be, you know, water resistant. So I don't know. Uh, anyways, it's working, guys. It's working. I am so happy that I was able to. You know, I'm not ignorant no more. It took me some time, but I was able to do it. It took me have to buy a new one, take out the old one, and then say, you know, let's see what I can do to service it myself, and I just throw it away like how, you know, most people do. Just get rid of the old and put in the new. But look at it, I made it almost new again with servicing it myself, putting it back together, and now I can still get use out of it. This is so awesome. I'm so happy and proud of myself, and I hope I deserve a thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. I hope I deserve a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel, because I have so much more projects in the works, and I just have to remember to keep trying to record them and to share them with you guys. All right, so I hope that you guys appreciate the hard work that I'm doing for me, learning to do things for myself. All right, and I'm deciding to share it with you guys and bring you along on my journey. Look at that. It's quieter. I think it's even quieter than the new one. And you know, let me say something. This old one had this vent crate, protecting it, and the new one didn't come with no protection on it. The new one don't have protection on the back. That's crazy, huh? Anyways, there's the difference with that, guys. All right, thanks guys for watching, and I have a lot more projects in the works, so stay tuned, and I hope you just consider subscribing to my channel to see what else we have coming up.